Alright, so I had about a few days to be able to digest the game that I witnessed, the Patriots versus Raiders week 1. It was a very disappointing game for the Patriots. And, you know, after coming from having a 4-13 season, brand new squad, Drake May in his second year, you have young talent, and then we only dropped 13 points against the Raiders. Like, are we serious? We only dropped 13 points against the Raiders. But let me break down everything that happened. Let me give some of my takeaways. So for one, the Patriots offensive line, they still have a lot of room for improvement. Having Will Campbell does help, but when we're playing up against teams that have star defensive edge rushers like Max Crosby, for example, he's going to eat our offensive line like it's barbecue chicken. Like, that's not even fair. Christian Gonzalez being injured with a hamstring injury definitely impacted how this game could have went. We didn't send enough pressure to Geno Smith as he absolutely lit up the Patriots secondary. He had over 360 passing yards in the air, and that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, we should not be giving up that many passing yards. Like, that was absolutely ridiculous. I don't think the front seven got enough pressure to Geno Smith. Though I will say players like Harold Landry and Milton Williams, they had a pretty solid performances in their Patriots debut. Drake May, he had a solid game. It wasn't anything eye-opening. You look at the stats and you may think, okay, he had a pretty good game for the most part. But the Patriots offense just looks very stagnant. Like, their drives would stall out. They would go 3 and out multiple times. There's no rhythm into their offense. There's no identity still. Not being able to establish the run can definitely impact how you decide to run your offense. And, I thought coming from a Mike Vrabel led team, I thought that they would have been running the ball more effectively than they did. I don't like the fact that Ramondre Stevenson is getting more touches than Travion Henderson. I feel like, anybody that has watched the preseason games and even week 1 today, that Travion Henderson is a really solid back. He's a really good back, and he just has that ability to create big plays. He has that potential to create big plays. Stevenson, I don't like Stevenson at all. He can't get open. He can't break through the right holes. He's always getting 2-3 yards per carry. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous how we haven't made Henderson a starting running back, or at least let him have more reps on offense. Stephon Diggs in his debut, 6 receptions, 57 yards, 9.5 yards per catch. It was solid, but he didn't really get going until the second half, and even still, he wasn't effective, I would say. Kayshon Boutte and Hunter Henry had some great games. Boutte had over 100 receiving yards and a touchdown this game, so good on him. Glad that Kayshon Boutte is developing and he's getting the targets. I always liked him as a receiver, better than N'Keal Harry. Hunter Henry, he's definitely going to be one of Drake May's favorite weapons. But the offense, they only put up 13 points, and it's going to be very hard to win games in the NFL when you only put up 13 points. And credit to the defense, because even though the defense gave up over 360 passing yards in the air, they only allowed 20 points. This was a winnable game. This was definitely a winnable game. And I feel like, that falls on the coaching. That falls on Mike Vrabel. That falls on Josh McDaniels. And I'm not going to panic just yet, but I'll get to that in a second because I haven't finished recapping everybody else. We shut down the Raiders' run defense very well. Ashton Genty in his NFL debut, 18 carries for 35 yards, like 1.9 yards per carry. Like, this front seven actually shut down the run defense really well. And that is like one of the main positive takeaways I have for this Patriots team week one. But outside of that, the offense just looks really sluggish. And it looks like they're still trying to figure out their identity. There's plenty of improvement from week one that they can make going into week two. Week two, the Patriots play against Miami. So hopefully that game will be a little bit easier if this front seven can play like, or if this front seven can get some more pass rushing opportunities, especially against Tua, who is not that mobile of a quarterback. He's pretty much a statue. And if we can get pressure on Tua, then it's going to be a pretty good day for the defense. Now for the offense, they just got to put up. They have to put up some points. Like 13 points is not going to cut it, you know. But hopefully Mike Vrabel makes his adjustments. Hopefully he can get players like Stephon Diggs more involved. Hopefully he can be more aggressive or the Patriots can be more aggressive on the defensive side, send more pressure, send more blitzes, because not having Christian Gonzalez for the second week is really going to hurt the Patriots in the secondary, as we've already seen from week one. So it's going to be a close game. I have some confidence that they can beat the Dolphins, but any given Sunday, you never know.
Feeling the guy out, pause, but